Next story I want to get to is Candace Owens and Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk tweets out yesterday that, Rob, if you want to pull that up, she tweets yesterday that the two are having a meeting together. I believe, Rob, you said, is today the 15th?
Yep.
Okay, so Candace Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion on Monday, December 15th. Candace and I have agreed that public discussions, live streams, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I look forward to a productive conversation. So can you pull this tweet up? I want to know what the comment section says, because I retweeted it and I said the following. I said, if you just go to my account, and then we'll read the tweet that hers. I said, this is the right move, but long overdue. Respect to both women for agreeing to meet, hoping this visit leads to a real solution that protects Charlie's decade plus of hard work influencing and shaping America's youth. Can we see how the market is reacting to that comment? Can you click on it? Go a little bit lower. Okay, what does Candace deserve any respect? Who is that?
Dave Rubin.
Who is Dave Rubin? I'm giving him a hard time. Of course we know who Dave Rubin is. All right, next. Aaron Wexler. Respect to both women, who is a horrible take. You and I both spoke for 20 minutes at Charlie's Turning Point. Adam, is that your friend, Aaron Wexler? You are smart and opinionated man. Now kind of like Candace for torturing Erika's and spreading. Okay, so got it. So that's where she's at with it. Bad take. Never wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty and the pig likes it. George Bernard Shaw was a massive socialist, but go a little bit lower. When you realize the media tour didn't go as planned and you set up to sit down, okay, so the position there is on the other side. Erika currently represents what people want Charlie to be, which led to his death. Candace represents who Charlie was when he was alive. There is room for both, but I get the sense that would have Erika continue to look more inauthentic. Candace needs to protect Charlie's light. She's the only one keeping it alive. Okay, so we know that's good. So far it's fair. 50-50 comments on both sides. Classy move by Erika. That being said, I'll never watch Candace again. So disrespectful. I don't care what the world thinks about a grieving widow until you experience the loss of someone to you in a horrific manner such as this. You'll never understand. Agree and saying they hadn't already been communicating. Erika has clearly taken very bad advice. She is torching her organizational legacy. How about we stop pretending that they are searching for truth and what happened to Charlie is equal destroying his legacy, because it's not. Okay, so can you go to Erika's tweet by herself, not mine. Just go to hers by herself. Let's go a little bit lower. Can you go a little bit lower? Can't y'all just call each other? Why does it have to be such a big deal? Hopefully you serve her with papers during the meeting. If y'all are meeting in private, why did y'all make it public information? Keep going a little bit lower. Even Biden got involved. Now she's not busy and her husband is allowing her to do something that day. Interesting. Just be careful that you don't overshare. She will spin it against you later. I'm sorry, you have to deal with her and any of the awful rumors. Pieces the prize, Jack Posobiec. The meeting should be recorded. The way if Candace tries to mischaracterize anything, there's a record to prove. Okay, so question. One, what do you think are the chances that this is being recorded by both sides?
Very good question.
What do you think?
Very high.
Let's put it this way. When they come to the meeting, do you think it is agreed on who'll be in the room and that everybody is frisked and go into a room that they feel comfortable knowing nothing is being recorded?
You would hope so. If it's not, if it is being recorded, that's one thing. If not, yes.
Okay.
I'd say everybody.
Who chose the room?
Erika.
If Erika chose the room, Candace can say the room is being recorded because somebody put something in there.
Yep.
Right? So let's just kind of put it on there. But Tom, if you're going into this, are you automatically assuming that the opposing side is recording the conversation?
100%. And then I'm going to take out a phone, and I'm going to put it there, and I'm saying, just to make sure that we keep each other, our memories, for the sake of both memories being good, I'm going to record as well. May I?
So would you say it publicly so it's a known thing, or would you record and not tell?
I would say it publicly. If you're going to have, let's just look at media. If you have a media interview, they're recording it nowadays. They all record it. And I would just say, would you mind if I recorded this so that we both of our memories can be, if we have any confusion, we can go back? And they'll probably say yes. And I hit record and I say, thank you for allowing me to record. We're sitting here on Wednesday the 15th at 9 o'clock. So I put the date right on it. That's very normal if you're having a media interview and you think maybe there could be an edge to it. So I'm about 100% that they would both be recording and made each other aware.
Okay, so now let's go through the next part. How do you think this meeting is going to go? Do you think the meeting is going to go and afterwards all the all the accusations from both sides are gone, do you think it stops? Do you think it settles? Do you think it continues?
I'm very, very interested and curious. I think I'm interested to see, is Candace gonna like reveal stuff to Erika that she doesn't think that she knows yet? Like if Candace has some stuff that she hasn't revealed yet, and maybe she's like, hey, listen, just to let you know, this person that's in the organization, XYZ. All right, because I think Erika's angle is gonna be like, hey, listen, this is hurting. You're not helping. She's gonna extend the olive branch, but as we know, guys, Candace's show has to keep going. It has to continue. The drama can't stop. You know what I'm saying? If you go, here's my question: do you think there's gonna be a clause where they can't speak about anything that happened in the meeting? Do you think Erika is gonna say, listen, Candace, we know you have your show, vice versa. None of us can bring out XYZ. You can't bring up this, and this.
Where is the premise that commitment will be kept?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So you don't think it's going to happen?
And not only do I not think that premise will be kept, I don't think Candace would agree to that standard.
I agree.
I think she's going to go to George. George's going to say, hell no. Mm-hmm. No way we would agree to that on what can be, because no. So to me, who is taking a bigger risk in a meeting, and who is being the leader and taking calling for the meeting?
Erika's taking a bigger risk.
Eric's taking a bigger risk and being the leader taking a meeting?
Erika
is.
Yeah, because I mean, what does Candace have to lose? Candace is gonna still talk about it on her show.
Okay. So can you go to the Barry Weiss, because you just had that clip up, Rob. Which one is this, Rob?
This is her during the town hall. Barry Weiss asked Erika Kirk about the conspiracy theories regarding Charlie Kirk's death, and she addresses it.
Go for it.
And yet there are a huge number of conspiracy theories, you might call them brain rot, that are spreading right now online about the actual story behind the reality. One, people say that Tyler Robinson was actually a MAGA Republican. Or two, some people say you were actually a Mossad agent sitting in front of me, and you were Charlie's handler, and Israel killed Charlie.
Right.
Other people say that a number of men in the crowd were wearing maroon T-shirts, and this signifies that his killing was an elite airborne operation, whatever that means. They say that the rings on your fingers, which are
my kids' initials,
your kids' initials,
my wedding band, the Medal of Freedom, my engagement ring.
But apparently they symbolize some kind of secret plot. There's also a new theory that Egyptian aircraft have been tracking you.
Don't forget about the Egyptian planes.
What is going on? Why are there so many conspiracies spreading about what seems to be a pretty open and shut case?
This is the first time that we have seen evil on display where we have social media at our fingertips. Something so evil that happened, people are wanting answers immediately. They are wanting to figure out how to wrap their mind around this. Egyptian planes.
Egyptian
planes.
Do you believe that Tyler Robinson murdered your husband?
Yes, I do.
Why do you think it is so hard for so many people to believe that reality?
Because it's too simple.
Lemson.
Again, everyone always has to think there's more to the story. Well, sometimes there's not. I've seen the autopsy report. I've seen our case pulled together.
Can I say one thing? And this is just,
what are your thoughts here?
And here's my thing. God, like, I pray for her. We pray for their kids. No joke. I pray for them all the time. And there's one thing, because she's getting a lot of flack with Bubba. You're doing town halls on CBS, which, by the way, Rob, the guy that was asking Charlie the question before Charlie got shot, right when he got shot, that guy went up there, and what a crappy hit piece that he did.
I have
it. Did you see what this guy did?
No, what happened?
You know the guy that was asking Charlie the question about the shooting and the mass shooting and whatever?
Yeah.
Why would CBS, because by the way, I heard, allegedly, they all knew all the questions, they knew what they were going to ask. This guy is a complete liberal lefty. Look at what he goes up and asks a widow of the guy that you were asking a question when her husband was shot. Go ahead.
Hi there. Erika, I want to tell you how much I appreciate your calls for peace and unity, and I'm likewise horrified by the people in my so-called camp who were cheering about Charlie's murder. I believe that they stoke the flames of violence.
Ready?
But even worse is when powerful, influential people on either side of the aisle stoke the flames.
Shifting.
When they do it, the flames can become an inferno.
He's going to Trump.
And this leads me to Donald Trump, the most powerful and influential person on earth, who has more responsibility than anyone else to put the flames out.
I think Barry has
Just
to do
last
that.
month, President Trump called on 6 Democratic lawmakers to be tried for sedition, which he clarified was punishable by death. He then reposted a simple message: hang them.
That, like,
I think that you've
Trump
been
told
making
them
strides to bring
them?
peace to our
That's a
country,
lie.
and that turning point has been asking Democrats
So you can
to
stop
decry
around, and then he goes on, Pat, to add, like, condemn. The conversation is about this, about, you know, conspiracies and all that stuff. And you're going to bring the guy that was asking her husband a question to try to condemn Trump. They can't help themselves to make it about Trump. But the people that are like, you know, leave Erika alone. And I just want to say something. When you're in front of a camera all the time, you have to know, if you don't want the heat, stay out of the kitchen. This is 2025. People are going to judge. Look at us. I work for Mossad, Tom's whatever, Qatar. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. But at some point, it's like people are analyzing this, and it's the talking, the looking up to heaven. It's like, and by the way, if you're going to cry all the time, with all due respect, take your makeup off. Take your makeup off. And it's like, if you don't want it, stay away from the camera, okay? And I get it. You went from the wife, now you're the CEO and the chair. Like, that's a huge jump. And I just have one question, Tom. Real talk, Pat. And you guys are bosses. You guys know what the hell. Can someone's wife just out of nowhere just become a CEO and know how to run a company of this magnitude? This is, by the way, this isn't a rinky-dink mom and pop shop. This is turning point.
They voted for her, buddy.
They voted for her.
Yeah.
What does she know about being a CEO of a company?
Well,
I'm just asking. Adam,
wouldn't
I don't know.
The board of directors be able to make that decision?
Adam, I have no idea. All I'm
know.
saying is the wife. That's like Michelle Obama. Like, everybody's like, Michelle's the best. She was the wife of the president. She didn't do anything. She didn't accomplish anything. She's the president. He was the president.
I think we're losing sight of this conversation. So Candace Owens is meeting with Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk is meeting with Candace. Why? Why are they meeting? What does Erika owe Candace? What does Candace owe Erika? That's the question I have. Mm-hmm. The reason they're meeting is because Erika wants to go confront Candace and be like, you're freaking lying about everything. And you've said publicly, Miss Owens, that if I wanted you to stop, you would stop. But you didn't stop. You kept going. You kept pushing. So she's being labeled as fake, as a paid actor. How many of you people out there have had your significant other murdered in front of you, in front of everybody, and you've had to deal with the public discourse and condemnation and judgment, and you had to show up on screen, look your best, act your best, defend your husband, defend your company, and you had to keep it together? What have you done with your life? So all the people that are condemning Erika Kirk, F you. At the very least, she is the wife of a murdered man, and now the fatherless wife of 2 kids. So I have a special rule when it comes to people who have been murdered or killed. Don't make an enemy of their wife or significant other. That's pretty basic. That's just sort of basic stuff. Don't start attacking the widow. In fact, and I very rarely quote the Torah, but my friend Rabbi Bunny sent me this. He said, you should know this. The Torah says this: you shall not afflict any widow or orphan child. If you afflict them in any way, and they cry to me, I will surely hear their cry, and my anger shall burn hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children orphans. Is Candace really helping Charlie's legacy? Is she really there to console and comfort and support Erika, or is she burning this bitch down? Because that, to me, is what this is. I've said the whole thing all along. Candace Owens is a bad friend. She's a smart person. She's sharp. She's intuitive. She's the gaslighter in chief of the world right now. And apparently she's an incredible detective. But she's a bad friend. Because if Charlie was looking down, whose side do you think Charlie would be on? His wife? His children? His organization? His closest friends? Or to his friend, Candace Owens? To me, it's absolute BS what she's done, and she will pay the price at some point.
Tom.
I don't quite understand why they're getting together. I mean, that's just it's like, if both sides, if Erika and Turning Point want everything to calm down, don't you just kind of let it roll? I mean, how many critics have I sat in offices, Pat, that criticize you for various things? Like anybody trying to build a company, you weren't special in that moment. Every business leader's got their enemies from competitors, enemies from people that come work for you and it doesn't work out. They're all there. And you either give them, you know what you do? You can make a crisis bigger by treating it like a crisis, Vinny.
Yep.
You can make something too big by treating it too big. And Pat used to say, listen, I've got no quarrel with them. I got a business to run. I got things to do. Let's move on and let it go. Now, if they stole from us, there are procedures and stuff that we can go take care of it. But if it's just going around and round, you can make the merry-go-round stop by not spinning it. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know what Turning Point's, motivation is here to, say, attention, please, attention, please. It's like bringing more attention to it. We will not be tweeting for 2 days. We will be meeting together at an undisclosed location. Now that Cheney's gone, we can use it, or something. I'm being a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I don't understand.
But Tommy, this stops Rob, wasn't today supposed to be the live stream of Turning Point USA? So Pat, maybe they were like, somebody needs to talk to her because she was going to reveal something. I mean,
Vinny,
how do we know?
Anytime, any place, anywhere, except not anytime, any place, anywhere.
But that is, today was the anytime, any place, anywhere.
Of course.
This is what Turning Point USA offered, was December 15th,
Yes.
a live stream in Phoenix.
Yeah.
So what's changed on Candace's end between then and today?
Yeah.
Where she wasn't available, it conflicted with her schedule, and now she is
Dude,
available.
she's a YouTuber. She's a podcaster. This is her job. She has nothing else going on. She's very good at it. This is her job. Hey, I'm able to make it. Why? Because I have to do my show? I mean, the show that you talk about this nonstop? None of this makes sense. And Candace is just sitting there being like, all eyes on me. She's like Tupac out here.
What do you think, Pat?
With what?
The meeting, what's going to come out of this?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of people that are saying, why are they meeting? This is a waste of time. Erika doesn't need to sit down with her, all this stuff. Diplomacy is nasty sometimes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to sit down with somebody that, they hate you or they're making life a living hell, and you have to find a way to talk to one another. Lincoln used to say, I beat an enemy by turning them into a friend. Now, here's the problem. Is that possible with Candace? I don't know. Is that going to work with Candace? Is Candace going to be able to get the next story to go on for 3 months that she can really drive attention to? She'll find something to go after. Would she be willing to do that? I don't know. All I'm saying is I'm glad they're having a meeting, and let's see where it goes. Because quite frankly, what matters to me is the following, okay? Let me kind of go through priorities and what should be the priority of everybody watching this. What matters the most to you? To me, God is who I fear the most. Family, my job, God chose me as their father, and God chose me as their husband to lead. Number 3, country, where I choose to raise my family in. America is the greatest country in the world. I'm here because the values and principles this country was founded on, and I like to keep it that way. And then the state you choose to live in, which we chose to live in Florida, we like the values of this state, and we're going to fight to make sure it stays this way. And then the industry you're going through. And to me, in that order, if you go through family, kids, values, principles, there was a man named Charlie Kirk who was the example for young men. Tell me anybody outside of Charlie the last 10 years that if you have a 12-year-old son, you would say, listen to that guy outside of God, outside of Bible, outside of Jesus, outside of yourself as a father setting the example. Tell me who else you could say, if my son followed that guy, I'm okay with. Give me somebody above Charlie.
I can't.
Last 10 years. Go ahead.
I literally can't.
Rob, give me somebody above Charlie last 10 years. Actually think about some good names. There are names out there. Who do you say above Charlie?
He was the guy.
By the way.
He was the guy.
And by the way, when I say the guy, family, faith. Country.
Oh, man.
Give me a name above him.
You can't.
You can't. So now he's no longer here. Do you realize how important that is to me with a guy that's got 2 sons? When we would go to Charlie, because like we're supposed to be in Amphis this week, not this week, whatever this is coming up, right? And we'd go because Charlie would text, hey, Pat, boom, boom, boom.
He'd have us backstage.
Yeah, he'd have us backstage, and we do the podcast. We would go and we would do the podcast. You guys had a
In the
podcast
studio.
with them.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys do Unusual with them, Rob, if I'm not
Suspects.
mistaken?
Multiple
And
times,
the year
yeah.
before we did PBD podcast.
Yep.
And we'd go there. And you know how many times, do you know how many times we brought Charlie to speak at our events? Do you know how many times? Every one of our, I think we brought, probably 5 times. I think George's brought him, Gaitan's brought him, we brought him. I don't know how many times we brought Charlie. Charlie would text me, hey, I'm in Florida. Can we do a podcast? Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat, while you're at Amphis, can you do a podcast with me? I'm like, of course. What was the schedule with me being on Charlie's show? Was it every 3 to 6 months, Rob, we'd be on the show?
Yeah,
And
pretty regularly.
I don't know what it was. But to me, Charlie gave me comfort. You know why he gave me comfort? Because he was going to be around for 60 more years.
Yeah.
A strong, thought-out thinker that's reasonable, that can reason. So to me, I don't have a relationship with Erika. I don't know Erika. But if somebody is your wife, I protect because it's your wife. Does that make sense to me?
Yes, of
That's
course.
my
Yes.
way of doing things. That's his wife. That's his wife. Candace, some of the things that she's done the last 3 months, it is what it is. I've expressed my opinion on what direction she's going, and we've had conversations together, and that's between her and I. We had a 30-minute conversation together. Wasn't a friendliest conversation, but we did have the conversation with her. But priority of this thing getting done is to make sure the attention goes to Charlie. The attention goes to Charlie and what he did to the youth, because America was lacking. What he did to last year's election. Because, by the way, last year's election without Charlie, Kamala's your president.
It's correct.
FYI, take TPUSA and Charlie Kirk out. Kamala's your president. Today. Let me say this one more time. And by the way, take Charlie out of 2016. Hillary's your president. Take Charlie out of 2024. Kamala or Biden's your president. What does America look like? What does America look like? Top 3 of the people that helped the election turn, in my opinion, are Elon Musk, Bobby Kennedy, and Charlie Kirk. In whatever order you want to put them in. In whatever order. Of course, number 1 above it all is Trump, and it's not even close because he was the one that's willing to take the shots, literal shots fired at him, and the character assassination that took place. Every form of assassination they tried on the president. He's still here. And so to me, priority is very simple. I am not involved in this drama. I don't want to be involved in this drama. This is not my business. This is between the two of them. But when it's so constantly ongoing and it's diminishing the work, because watch what the attention's been about. Has the attention been on what Charlie did to help the youth?
No.
Or has the attention been on the who's that helping out? No. So that's where I'm at with this, and that's where my opinion lies with this.
The challenge I have, multifaceted with Candace right now, is that she's not only is she a bad friend, she's also selfish. What she said about Tim Pool, let's not misconstrue what she said. She said, I don't care about your midterms. Excuse me? What do you mean your midterms? We're in America. I thought you were a conservative. I thought you're Charlie's friend. I thought that you are an advocate of Trump. You want Kamala to win?
Yeah.
You want the Dems to win? You want the leftist progressives, LGBTQIA to win?
Gavin.
What do you mean your midterms? So to me, this is just sort of another example of selfish, bad friend Candace.
With that being said, guys, exciting news here on what happened. I got a report this morning. Let me tell you what this report is. Do you know I got the report this morning because of Christmas shopping? We've been doing a lot of Christmas shopping ourselves. My son's got the longest Christmas shopping list he's ever had.
Dylan?
Oh, my God. And by the way,
man.
so many of the items are old dinosaur, what do you call
Legos.
it? He's all into dinosaur Legos that we got to go try to find. We got to go find. We got to tell Santa to go find.
Of course.
And he's been doing a lot of stuff. So Christmas shopping. You know what this is? Since the vault till today, I've only not worn these 3 days. Every day I've worn these. And you know why this is a special week? Because the white and the navy are officially here being shipped out this week. They're being shipped out this week. So I want to give you a report that I got this morning on how many countries have ordered these shoes. You ready? In order, okay, of orders, of who's ordered the most. Obviously, U.S. is number 1. Number 2 is Canada. Surprisingly, Canada's
Nice.
number 2. I have to look to see if Pierre won it or not because I don't know if he believes future looks bright. I hope he did. Australia 23. Interesting. Australia's diehard fans of the podcast, by the way. Australia 3X'd UK. Okay?
Damn.
Then you got Slovenia. Then you got UAE. UAE makes it in the top 6 of people ordering the shoe. Then you know who's next? Saudi Arabia. Then it's Malaysia, Poland, Croatia, Bulgaria. Then it's Switzerland, Ireland, Czech, Oman, Norway, and guess who's last?
Oman, little old Oman.
Israel is last. They did buy, though, but they're last. Jeez. So somebody there said...
But they get a good discount, yes.
No discount for the shoes.
Damn.
But guess what? To everybody that's watching this, I love the amount of people that are ordering the shoes. Some interesting people are ordering the shoes and wearing them. I'm in love with them. But for Christmas, folks, Rob, if you can go on a VT merch, I want to show you guys a shirt for Christmas, especially those of you guys that watch it. Whatever you do, stay up a little bit, Rob. Get yours. You're going to fall in love with these Christmas hats. Okay? I'm personally giving these Christmas hats away as gifts to some of the folks that I have. These may be the sickest red Christmas hats in the world ever, especially at a time that some people are playing the game, Christ, Christmas, what it's all about, celebrating it, whether it's the green, this is a hot item, buy 5, buy 10, buy 20, gift them to others. You will not be disappointed. On the right, that says Future Looks Bright. On the side, it says VTN. When you flip it, I don't even know if it shows the bottom, Future Looks Bright. It's a sick hat, Rob. If you can
Sold
go back.
out last year.
Yeah, I know it did. So, but we got a few left. If you go back to that page, go a little bit lower. I want to show you that shirt. You see that shirt right there? To those of you guys, the one to the left. Can you zoom into that one and go in, Rob?
Who the hell is on
Well,
that?
you have to zoom in a little bit, folks. This is like OG.
Who's that?
If you go in a little bit, zoom in, you will see. Will it go in a good quality zoom in? Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Can you see it? That's me in the middle.
Is that me as an elf?
That's Vinny as an elf.
Adam.
That's Adam as a Jew.
Adam as a Hanukkah.
That's Rob in the back.
Another elf.
And then you got Tom to the right.
Dude, that's
And
hilarious.
yours truly in the
Punch a little
middle.
bit
So it's
around.
I want that.
On the back of it, I think it says PBD Podcast, Rob. If you don't have it or not, if you want to go to the back. Yeah, right there.
Nice.
There you
There we
go. All
go.
right.
I like that
So
logo.
go to vtmerch.com, place the order, and we're about to make a massive announcement about Future Looks Bright that I'm excited about. Once it closes, I'll make the announcement to you guys here today. So again, for Christmas, if you order today, things will arrive to you, and anybody that places an order, you get a Merry Christmas Future Looks Bright ornament and a Merry Christmas Valuetainment Edition mug that'll be sent to you as well. So go place your order, represent, and we'll send the gifts over to you. We'll send your merch over to you this week. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.